god. Well, I didn't have exams, I just had papers. So, but I finally finished them. Okay, so comment below, which do you like better, exams or having to write papers? I personally prefer exams because papers are just like looming over your head in the meantime until you actually finish them. But exams, you study for them, and after 2, 3, 4 hours, you're done, you're ready or you're not ready. It's one of the two. But papers are just there, they just sit there until you're done. And it's just like, especially the night before the paper is, you're like, oh my god, I can't write anything else. But yeah, yes, exams are finally done. So, a while ago, a few while back, I said I was going to make a video about my internship with the James Fund, and I almost forgot. But it's a good thing I remembered because it's Christmas season now. But yeah, let's just get on with this, shall we? About the James Fund. So, I interned with the James Fund for 2 months, a month, I guess, if that's what you call it, a month, and I'm just in and out at the moment, helping them with whatever they need help with. But yeah, so what's the James Fund? The James Fund Foundation is basically um, a research foundation for neuroblastoma cancer. And for those that don't know what neuroblastoma cancer is, it's basically a sort of cancer found in kids, usually below the age of 5, 8. And because the number of kids that have neuroblastoma cancer is a little bit less than that of the people with like other kinds of cancer like breast cancer and such like that, there is not a lot of research done about it. So that's what the James Fund is about. They basically raise money for research for neuroblastoma cancer. So I actually interned with the people that started the organization. So the okay. So basically, the foundation started with the Bukky-A family, and what happened was the Bukky-A family, their son James, got neuroblastoma cancer, and they realized that there isn't a lot done in terms of research for neuroblastoma cancer, and so they decided they would start the research foundation to kind of find a cure for the cancer and help other affected families. So I mean, there's a lot of other things. There's a lot more to the story than there is. James, when he got the before he got neuroblastoma cancer, he watched Apollo. Is it Apollo 13? I don't remember the name of the movie, but it's the one with Tom Hanks in it. Yeah. So when he watched it, he really wanted to. I think he really wanted to go into space, or he really wanted to meet Tom Hanks. One of the two. But basically, when he was doing his treatments at Sick Kids Foundation, which is a research foundation, like a major hospital in Toronto here in Canada, there was a lady, or one of the staff members knew. I don't really know how it went. I don't really remember the story, but it happened in a way that it was able to meet Tom Hanks, and then met Tom Hanks met James, and they became good friends. And Tom Hanks has been a major supporter of the foundation since it started, basically, and it still like supports the foundation. Like they actually had an event, a charity event, in October, which is how I got introduced to the organization, actually, to help them with the event in October. So the event was a walk-run event, and the people that raised the most money got a pair of Forrest Gump shoes signed by Tom Hanks. So that was basically what they did for that. But back to the James Fund. So they hold events every year to try to raise money. So what I did with the internship was I was in charge of helping them promote the events, the walk-run events, which is an annual event. So I was helping them promote that, and I was in charge of getting donations internationally and just getting as much donations as I could internationally and locally if I could. But yeah, so that was my job. When James was going through his treatments, his dad, Sid Burrell, was sending out emails to some friends, and those emails actually got viral, and he got like emails from different people from all over the world. And I think it was before James passed, or it was after he passed. Don't remember which one. But a friend suggested to him to to put all the emails in a book and write it and publish it, and he did. And so the book is called "You Can't Let Cancer Ruin Your Day." The James emails. So this is the book, and I actually got the book from Sid himself, and yeah, I got to meet him on. I got to meet Sid on the day of the event, and he is such a nice. I believe I heard about him before the event, and then I met him, and then when I met him, he's like, "Do you have my book? No, you don't. Do you want my book? Here you go. Here you go. Do you want me to sign it for you? Yeah." And then he signed it. And then he actually signed it for me. He's such a great guy. Um, but yeah, I haven't really read the book, but I read a few pages in the book, and then I read the last page, and it's so touching. It's so sad, really. And actually, I'll share. I read the last page, and I thought maybe I would share that with you because I found it to be really touching. And where is it? Yes, okay, found it. So I'm gonna read the last page, I guess. And this one was I guess the book was released after James' passing. So this is the last about the last few pages, but I'm just gonna read one part that I thought was the last page of the book. And it's called Post-Scribe, I Am Here. And I'll just read it. Pardon my reading. Okay. It's been a while since I composed one of these emails. I was feeling that really it's almost 2 years. You can't go on like this indefinitely, forever moping about your son who died. After all, you have a wife and 2 children, and they deserve your best. So I did it right, and what do you know? I found myself slipping into what might be labeled depression. I tried not to look back too much. I have a feeling that successful grieving involves making choices rather than letting emotions lead the way. One should choose to look ahead, right? And not follow the self-indulgent path of constantly revisiting the photo albums, videos, and diaries. After all, that's just another futile attempt at finding James. Like returning to his bedroom, vaguely looking for something new that I might have missed on previous visits to his room. There again, the first rule in the book, the first rule in the book of rules after grieving, is that there are no rules. So perhaps I can be allowed to follow this whim that has caught my attention and share an old story that has taken on new meaning for me. I see the date is March 23, 2000. Here it is, an excerpt from an email I wrote some time ago. This story involves buying new bikes for the children as they have outgrown their old clunkers. But what's the point in spending money on one for James if he's going to be dead by year end? Spoke one of the voices in my head. While I ignored that voice and listened to the one that said, "Buy that nice shiny red one over there with the training wheels." James tried it out in the store, got things all adjusted nicely, and it being a warm spring day, we went to the park to try it out. Careful, your pallets are low, and you mustn't get a cut or bruise. Stay on the right side of the path. Then winter returned, so it wasn't till yesterday that we were able to go bike riding again. Off we went. With great confidence, James zoomed around, and as he zoomed, he said, "Dad, when can I take my training wheels off?" "Right now," I said quickly, before the sensible voice in my head could register an objection. Off came the training wheels, and then came that back killer business for the parents, where you grip the saddle and stagger along, desperately trying to avert disaster. So far, so good. All the time I am thinking, is on Accutane. His skin is compromised from the drug. Can we afford a spill, a scraped knee, and or face? But his palate's count was good that week, so I took courage and let go. This, I suppose, is a priceless moment for all parents, because letting go goes far further than just the bike riding thing. But for me and James, the stakes seemed so much higher. I watched, enchanted, aghast at my full ardenness, thrilled at my daring, convinced that a terrible accident was seconds away, savoring the moment. But James kept riding around the parking lot, feeding instructions to the non-existent dad behind him, until he looked up and saw me on the other side of the parking lot. Dad, you're over there and I'm here. Dad, I can ride without a training wheel all by myself. Look at me, Dad. I have a copy of this email pasted on a huge blown out photo of James riding his bike. Pam just behind him, huge grin on both their faces, and it gives me mostly great pleasure, but also a little sadness to look at it. If I recall correctly, the photo was taken after we had returned home triumphantly from the first ride. Found from the first ride, found Pam, told her the news, and headed outside to prove the point. So here's what grabbed me today. Just another day in the endless quest of trying to make sense of life without one of my children. Dad, you're there and I'm here. Spoken from the other end of the parking lot. I know, but today I reached for another meaning. This is a boy who said, this is a boy who said, Jesus is building me a house in heaven, and I'm here. Look at me, Dad. I'm looking, James, wanting to get behind the pain, wanting to believe that there is something better. Dad, I can ride without training wheels all by myself. The training wheels of this life. I need them for a while yet. Yes, James. And somehow tonight I think I have heard your voice. Dad, you're there and I'm here. So yeah, that's the last basically that's the last thing I wrote in the book. So I haven't read the book, but I've been really busy, that's why I haven't read it. But I have heard a lot of good things about the book, and a lot of people that read the book, they ended up tearing up in the middle and crying. But I look forward to reading the book. But if you're interested in buying the book is on. They have the book on Amazon, and they also have it on Indigo. I don't know if they have that anywhere else apart from Canada and the States. But they also have it on Indigo, and they also have that book. Actually, they have a website called the Green Train Books, so you can also order the book from there, and you can learn more about the Burrell family, and yeah, just a little bit more about the organization, really. So the lady in charge of it, actually, the Burrell family they're there, but because they were directly affected by it, they don't really they don't really manage it. But James's aunt, so that's Sid's sister, is actually the person running the organization at the moment, and she's really nice. Again, just like any other cancer organization or any other research organization, they need a lot of help with donation, really. They started in Peterborough. I believe they started in 2005 or 6, I believe. And they started in a small town called Peterborough. Well, I live in Peterborough for school, but that's where they started. And right now they're now worldwide, and they're one of the I believe they're the number one neuroblastoma research foundation in the world now, and they're trying to get global, really. So basically, it's Christmas season, guys. So I'm sure everyone is trying to find a way to give this Christmas season. If you can, go on the website, or if you would like to donate, or if you would like to just learn more about the research foundation, go on their website www.thejamesfund.com, and I'll put a link below for you to a link below of the website, and from there you can learn more about the website, about the research foundation, and you could also donate. Try to donate any amount you want, $10, $5, $2, but you know, give more than that, guys. But donate money. It's Christmas season, you know, be giving and such. Yeah, and share the videos with your friends and ask them to donate. Yeah, and the book is actually less than $20, so it's not that expensive. It's actually it's $17 in Amazon and about $20 in Indigo. So yeah, go on Amazon to get it because it's a lot cheaper. But yeah, go get the book, guys, and read it. It's really good. And yeah, so that's it about my internship. I guess I didn't really talk about my internship. Really, I just talked about the organization, about the foundation, which is that was what I was going to do anyways. So yeah, I hope you guys like the video. And I really, 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 I really, 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 really hope you guys at least visit the website, just look into it some more, and donate, share the video, and yeah, and that's it for today. And I'm gonna actually make a video, like a video update of what's going on with my internship applications in MBA applications, which is going but not going. But yeah, I'm gonna make a video later about that. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you want to see more of me or other things. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.